Hey guys, welcome back to Skyrim. Sorry if I sound a little hoarse and a little discouraged. I'm actually coming directly off the back of trying twice to record the Road of Sacrifices episode for Dark Souls 3, and both times I've had my OBS crash with a texture map failure issue that might have to do with drivers resetting or something like that. I'm going to look into it. But instead I decided I'll just put out another episode of Skyrim here. And I know I haven't gotten any feedback on the first one. It's barely anyone's seen it at this point, but I'm actually just really excited to do this playthrough and really couldn't help myself. So I figured, why not? Now for today, first we're going to check our status here. We're well rested. We could use a little food and water apparently. Let's see. There we go. And now we are going to make our way looking for a teacher, a magic teacher. In fact, I actually need to head back in and grab my my armor. I just remembered I put it up after last time. I've made a few changes to my mod list since the first episode, the biggest one, and I will update the mod list link in the description, don't worry. The biggest one is I have since installed Mora Loot, because I was a little unhappy with the concept of getting strong, super strong armor like I did. It literally level 1, like, less than 10 minutes into the game. I still think I'm going to roll with it for now. Where's my Forsworn Club? I think I have it equipped. Maybe not. Oh, yeah, I have it on here. That's right. So I think we will take much of this stuff to sell abroad. Maybe keep the Necromancer's clothing. Take it with us. That's a cloak, actually. So off we go. Now, I know that the teacher I want is in Morthal, but I don't know how my character would really find that out. He's been in the Whiterun, doesn't have much in the way of magic there other than the court wizard that he never got to meet. I could either just make my way north in hopes of hearing about the sorcerer up there, or I could go with the little handicap of my character hearing a rumor about a powerful conjurer in Morthal, and I think that's what we're going to do here. I'm going to try to avoid utilizing that kind of Deus Ex Machina for much of the storylines in my Let's Play here. Excuse me for not equipping this. It's a big faux pas. Let's just pretend we did that inside. They really, my farmhands really need to clean that up. But like I said, I'm going to try and avoid doing that because it really just, it's kind of boring. Like, it's best to be able to hear about things like that, but I don't know where I'd go to hear tell of that. And actually, come to think of it, a good storyline would have been I'm taking a delivery of my goods up to Morthal, because I'm sure the villagers talk about Thalion up there. I didn't take any goods, though, so we'll figure it out along the way. Like I said, I'm quite excited for this playthrough. I genuinely really enjoy playing Skyrim these days. Perk overhauls have made it really exciting to actually level. I don't believe we have our weapon favorite here. Unfortunately, it's going to go over to the other menu because of categorized favorites being a bit of a pain in the ass. I might just turn down my master volume here because these spell effects are quite loud. Hopefully the voices are still fairly audible. That's quite a bit better. Let me know how the sound balancing is. I know my mic is garbage, so there's not much I can do about that at this point, but that is the first thing I will be looking to improve as soon as I'm able. Because I know how big of a difference that makes. I wouldn't want to listen to someone who has quality like mine. So I appreciate y'all when you stick it through. Oh wow, there is a lot. Luckily, they seem fairly weak. Which is good. I didn't want to run into a extremely strong bandit this early. Especially without saving, that's another problem. Oh hey, speak the devil. Haha! That's a little fun thing about Skyrim combat. You really can cheese pretty much anything if you need to. Utilizing the environment, collision. There we go. So let's see if that's made any kind of difference here. I don't know if Brigand Plate is fairly rare. If y'all don't know what Moraloot's design goal is, and I did install Moraloot Ultimate without the encounter levels changed, which means I'm going to have default leveled Skyrim in terms of enemy placement. But what Moraloot pretty much aims to do is make loot make sense in Skyrim. So normally, like by the time you hit level 12, you're going to start seeing things like Dwarven and Orcish armor start showing up in loot tables, which doesn't make a lot of sense organically. They're supposed to be very rare, valuable pieces of armor, and that's just not the case in base Skyrim. Once you hit level 30, you see Daedric armor on every bandit. So basically, it should make the rarer gear that much rarer and make it more important when I find it. And hopefully it's implemented well. I have a bunch of patches for my weapon and armor mods, but we'll see. You know, fingers crossed as always. Had some decent loot there. And do forgive me if I ever miss any obvious loot anywhere. Sometimes I'm not the most observant person. I will admit that readily. But it's apparently a little chilly, and I hadn't noticed the message, so that can be a problem. I know I didn't loot many of these bandits over here. Grab a shield, that's fairly valuable for the weight ratio. Actually, just head back up to the way I came. So I don't want to miss out on any nice things these bandits might be carrying, including just plain gold is always a welcome addition. So I'm just seeing steel stuff, which is not very telling right now because I'm obviously only level 2. But we'll see in the future how well this implemented itself. I don't think there should be any issue with installing it in the middle of the playthrough. Like I was saying, just playing through Skyrim's been fairly enjoyable to me ever since I got a PC and started modding. I played back on PS4 when it came out. And a lot of my qualms with it have been very easily fixed by mods. What's this guy up to? Oh, it's that Ray guy again. Yeah, I don't know who any of these people are, but you know, I'm no expert on the game, so they could be non-mods.
Hail, friend! It's good to see another merry soul enjoying this fine day. Ah, but you look tired. Come, share a bottle of honey brew mead with me. You've never had a taste of sweet honey brew? Why, it's only the finest mead outside of Sovngarde. Its sweetness is like a fair maiden's kiss on a starry night. And it's got enough kick to put a frost troll on his hind quarters. But enough talk. Come, won't you share a drink with me and my companions? Cheers, my friend.
I'm going to say our character really doesn't have much time for that right now. He's on some mission to Morthal. I think we'll just go with he's delivering a shipment from his farm, and we'll pretend I brought the shipment along. What are we carrying? Pretty much nothing. Unless we're delivering an order of 3 garlic. It doesn't make much sense to come all the way to Morthal to drop off these weapons. So forgive that, but I think that makes a better storyline than just he knows about this sorcerer. The reason you're not going to see me looting animals, by the way, is because of Hunterborn. I would have to dress them. I guess I could manually loot it like this, but what's the fun in that? And there appears to have been a robbery here that did not end well. Lovely carpets. Wish I could take that. Interesting how the bandits did not steal from the cart. And I'll probably just skim through these, or maybe I'll read them. I don't know. Let me know in the comments how you'd feel about me reading books and things like that. I might read this one just because it's so short. I begged my husband not to go, but he just wouldn't listen. He said if he delayed the shipment even another week, the Legion would find someone else to take it south. Let them keep their blasted money. The road to Whiterun is dangerous these days. Everyone knows it. So many caravans have been attacked, so many travelers vanished in the thin air. Some say it's only bandits, but there are rumors of worse. Goblins, ghosts, witches. 20 years we've been married now, and I can't bear the thought of losing him. I'm not letting him go alone, not this time. We live or die together. Mara preserve us. That's a fairly sad tale there, especially because I don't see her husband here. Oh, no, there he is. Well, that's very sad, and I think it would resonate fairly deeply with my character here, and being a farmer, being someone who makes these kinds of shipments. I should just be using signposts. I have a signpost mod installed for a reason. It's much more interesting than just looking at my map. So I think he would feel bad for that poor couple. Maybe part of what drives his interest in magic, his interest in power, is that he's not happy with the state of Skyrim, but I really don't think he's that altruistic. I think he's more just doing it out of a selfish interest. So these small saber cat variants I've seen are really doing a number on the population. I'm not familiar with Faldrus here, but I hope he wasn't someone important. Who knows? I don't recognize the guy. But yeah, like I said, I don't think my character's terribly altruistic. By nature, I think he mostly just very curious and has been raised with a sense of slighted power. That's one way to... Right, slighted about power. Being told you're from one of the most important bloodlines in Tamrielic history and having nothing to show for it would probably not resonate too well with most people. I know personally I'd kill for a nice small farmhouse. What's our status like here? We're not hungry, we're not thirsty, we're not tired. We will continue along the way. Or am I in Morthal? Yeah, no, I'm not close. Unfortunately, I have to cross by this little fort here. This can be dangerous, as you can see.
Sons of Skyrim.
Excuse the frame rate, being a little choppy. I am struggling with just straight up looting these people in front of their comrades. But I would imagine my character is he's not financially doing fantastic. He has a farm, he does fine, but I'm sure he would not turn down a bit of free money, which is essentially what that is. Yep, and we're almost there. We're probably going to be getting a little chilly here. We're still warm. What am I looking for? Air is cool. We don't seem to be taking any exposure from it, though, which is nice. This is the first time I've ever actually gone into a snowed-in area of Skyrim with Frostfall enabled. In my other save that I installed it on, I have stuck to around Riverwood for the most part. It should be interesting to see how tough this gets. I seem to be fine, though. Oh, this poor guy. Oh no, it's a courier. Okay, he'll be fine.
Cleared out, I guess.
They're deadly strong. Those guys will go through hell and back to get to you. I would imagine Arctis would be very happy to get this chance to feel the fire coursing from his fingertips like that. You know, for someone very curious about magic, getting to actually put it into practice against enemies would be probably a good feeling, I would imagine. And he's learning quite a bit, as you just saw. And anytime he would see something like this, a barrow, I'm sure it would make sense for him to investigate. Because I have to play him as a character who's going to be fascinated with death, because there's only really two reasons he would go through the process of lichdom, and that's going to be pretty much a fascination with death or a blind need for immortality and power. And we're probably going to get a little bit of both with this character. It remains to be seen. I haven't thought him completely out, and honestly that's the better way to do a playthrough like this, because if you thought him completely out, then you really don't have any surprises left for yourself. Ooh. Now this is very interesting. We have come across some very fascinating loot here. But we are getting cold, so I don't think we're going to be able to stop and look at it. We really need to get to Morthal. Which I've overshot a little, actually. Yeah, we are proceeding to get chilled. Odd that there's not a direct little road to it. I guess right here, yeah. I don't know how I missed that. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to find the inn, rent a room, go up to our room, and look through the things we were just able to pick up. Guardhouse, not what we're looking for. I don't even know if Morthal has an inn, but I would be surprised.
How are we supposed to feel safe in our own homes?
Please.
Important deliveries to make. No time for chatting.
I have told Ygritte of your concerns. She'll look after you all. Please, go about your business.
We've no need for wizards in our midst.
Morthal has enough problems as it is.
It's no use. Let's get back to it then.
Now there we go. So as we pass through, we hear the villagers complaining about a wizard in their midst. Here we go.
Finally, someone comes in. Kick off your boots, stay a while. Let me know if there's anything I can help you with. I got nothing but time these days. Welcome to the Moorside. If you need anything, I'll be around. Good to have a customer. You looking for Falion? Why don't you go bother those mages at their college in Winterhold and leave my brother alone?
Okay, so we just learned his name is Falion. He is her brother.
Drink for the thirsty, food for the hungry.
So in the morning we will go looking for him in town. So let's grab ourselves a meal. Some nice hunting brew mead that we were advertised on the way here.
Yeah, There ain't much to offer, but if... Of course.
Refill our water skin. And then rent a room.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room. Right this way. Let me know if there's anything else you need. Watch what you're doing.
Oh, excuse me. Well, unfortunately, I was looking for a little more privacy than this, but it'll have to do. Then let's have our food. I'm not sure if we're not thirsty or not. No, apparently. Well, either way. So what have we found? A spell tome, which we will hungrily read. This is fascinating. This is to work with Frostfall, I believe, which is really useful. And then the illusion book we picked up. We also picked up a reanimation staff, which our character will be very fascinated with. I don't think he would know what these staves do yet. We will experiment with that a little in combat. So yeah, we can definitely not cast this. our Peaslee amount of magicka. We'll probably equip a ward here. Unfortunate that they get relegated to the other menu. I might clean that up between episodes. You can go into the innie and fix that. It doesn't bother me a ton, but it can be a little annoying. So morning comes, we're gonna grab ourselves some more food. Get a refill of water.
Of course.
Which our character will promptly drink.
Morthal used to...
And then we will head out looking for Thalion the Wizard.
Morthal doesn't need any trouble. You keep your nose clean.
They say
understand?
Ulfric Stormcloak murdered the High King with his voice.
See if the locals have anything
Here
to
to
say.
protect the Jarl, not to chat.
Not much.
All right then.
The Legion's always looking for strong, capable warriors. If you think you've got what it takes, our headquarters is in Solitude. Until next time.
Well, here's his house, but our character probably wouldn't know that just from looking at it. And he appears not to be home. I don't know how much I'm going to enforce the whole disconnect between the player's knowledge and our characters. But I'll make an effort to when it's not a huge, I guess, extra amount of work is what I'm trying to say. Like for things that there's no... Oof, thought that was the end. Things that there's no earthly way I can find out which house is which. That's not really something Skyrim does compared to the older games.
You ask me, we'd be better off without that wizard in
Ooh,
town.
want to talk about him?
I'm the best warrior in Morthal, and that's no boast. Oh well, they haven't made me a guard, even though I've been asking. So I'll take odd Morthal, you want me to prove it? I bet 100 gold Milk drinker.
We're not looking to
Until
fight,
next
we're just
time.
looking for information about Thalion.
A new face. I'm a bard, trained at the Bard's College in Solitude. Wanderers like you should think about applying.
Well, I thought he might be in the inn visiting with his sister, who is sleeping through the day shift, I guess. But that does not appear to be the case. So we are at a bit of an impasse here, and I really should avoid jumping in the water like that. That's a good way to freeze to death with Frostfall. Maybe if we wait around a little. Oof.
Please don't mind Yorick. He's
Gave
not
me a little
bad.
scare there.
Really, he's not.
Actually trying to see my equipment here. We are quite cold. This weather is letting me know.
Morthal used to be a quiet place, but then the world used to make sense.
Oh, here we go. So, we'll just pretend
If you're
a
here to
villager
purchase,
told
I
me.
have many spells available. Do come in.
I warm my hands at your fire. Apparently I can.
If you stand before me to accuse me of sacrificing children or eating the hearts of the dead, you may save your breath. I have done no such thing, nor do I intend to. I simply wish to live my life in peace. The people of Morthal would much rather weave their own horrid tales about my life than simply ask me for the truth. If they choose to fear me in their ignorance, that's their choice, but it will not change what is true. You deal with powerful forces. Take care they do not overwhelm you.
So he is a master conjuration trainer, and he can teach me some
Spells and
magic.
incantations for those with the talent to cast them.
So let's see what we got here. Our character would be very interested in learning about some reanimation, as well as frost magic, I believe. Personally, I just associate witches with frost magic, and I would assume that that is what he's been taught. We don't have enough money for that right now, so what we'll do is sell some of the magic paraphernalia we've come across. And possibly these. I think what we would do here is ask him what these staves do, and sell the one we are not interested in. So with that, what kind of frost magic do we have here? A plain beam similar to our fire, a spike, and some of the more interesting spells added by Apocalypse, which I am very partial to Creeping Cold. I believe I will pick that up. Now, I've experimented with Necroplague in the past, and it doesn't seem terribly effective, but it makes a lot of sense for a witch, so we might learn that in the future. I believe we'll actually pick up this. Although Wither would have been lovely too.
Alright then.
And to simulate the learning process, we will sit down and read these. So we'll put that there. We'll de-equip our flame spell. Favorite that. Oh, and then we will favorite that. And those all are probably going to show up there. Well, except the reanimate, of course. Yeah, I'll definitely fix that between episodes if I remember, because that's really ugly. And it can be kind of a pain when I'm using controller like I am.
My talents are much needed here in order to...
Well, that's pretty good. Unfortunately, I don't think there is a horse from Morthal. I apologize for this sound, by the way. That is a lovely mod. It adds a really cool feature when you get a certain amount of these sky shards that I think are from Elder Scrolls Online. That's a mod by Arthmore. You get a perk point, but man, if that isn't obnoxiously loud. So, like I said, I don't believe there's a horse back from Morthal, so we're going to have to make this journey ourselves. Death Bell would be interesting. Little practitioner, or hopeful practitioner of dark magic. But I'm hoping we don't freeze to death on the way back, essentially. So we want to go back to around Markarth, right? Yes. We are getting cold quickly. It would have behooved me to purchase a coat, or a cloak. Wait, we have one. It is a necromancer cloak, though, so I don't know how conspicuous we are being. Fairly. If anything here. I think we would equip these. Well, now we're not fooling anyone, but you know, our character feels comfortable. I know necromancy isn't outright frowned upon in Skyrim, I'm pretty sure. Where's this spider? So like I said, not outright frowned upon, but I'm sure it wouldn't be a good look. But I'm going to think at this point we have given up on pretense, when out in the wilderness at least. We'll probably not go around through the city dressed in our necromancer's robes, but Arctis definitely feels the power that the enchantments give him, which I believe is just destruction. Yeah, and magicka. We are still getting quite cold. Being around this fort really drops my FPS. I don't know if it's all the actors or just the area. Now, part of me regrets installing all these texture mods, and most of all probably the Skyrim Flora overhaul, but man, does it make the game look that much more alive. I really think it's worth the drop in FPS. I'd definitely be rocking a steady 60 with my setup if I didn't have all this on, but I mean, it's kind of worth it. Look at all these trees. It's something I have, maybe it's the lighting overhaul I'm using. It gives a nice muted, very fantasy color palette to the game, which I appreciate. Alright. Well, we have stopped getting cold, which is great news. My next goal, which I believe I've decided on, is we're going to cook up a reason to head over to Markarth, probably another delivery, and I'll actually do the delivery this time. And we're going to hear rumors about a haunted house, which is one of my favorite quests in the game and is going to be excellent for acquiring a weapon. One of the coolest quote-unquote evil weapons in the game. So I'm very excited for that. And I'll honestly, if my enthusiasm keeps up, I would be probably be down to do even an episode a day, if that much, because I'm just excited to play this character. It's taken a lot of the interest out of playing my side character, I guess my previously main character, who is an orc hunter who's been living out of a cabin near Riverwood. I've been going on hunting trips and dressing the kills and having fun with Hunterborn and all that, but part of me just really wants to play my my necromancer here, because I've been trying to do this character for a long time. My last attempt, well, second last attempt, my last attempt at him was just a plain Dunmer mage who would be interested in dark magic, which I got bored of. But before that, I had a really interesting character who was a Red Guard warrior, very anti-Daedra, very anti-vampires, dark magic. I'll get a chance to show you guys what's really cool about Creeping Cold here. Well, I would have if this bear didn't die, but essentially if you hold the spell on them long enough, it freezes them solid, which is really good crowd control for a squishy character you don't want people getting close to. But my first attempt at this character, Red Guard Warrior, very staunch, vigilant of Stendar kind of personality, doesn't like Daedra, didn't like vampires, any of that. I went through Dawnguard, met Serana, and what I was going to have him do is fall in love with Serana and want to become a lich in order to be immortal with her. But I got basically, I think, almost to level 30, if not level 30, and just got bored of the character. Or maybe just bored of Skyrim in general. At that time, I played quite a bit. And we are home. But I thought that was a really, really cool concept to see him do a 180 in outlook and become a lich, but unfortunately we didn't get that far. If you've noticed as well, I have disabled Deadly Bosses of Skyrim, so there's no longer 2 dragons circling my farm, which I think is an improvement. Maybe we get high enough level, activate it, but honestly, as much as I like cool encounters, and no offense to the mod maker himself, a lot of the encounters in that mod are somewhat ham-fisted. Like, they just insert them into the game. I know there's and a lot of them are Dark Souls inspired, which y'all know I love Dark Souls, but still, there's a Sith or Champion Great Wolf and Grave Tender, like right over here. Which just, it's right after you leave the vanilla opening, and I don't care for that.
Need something?
So we are not ready to get our
Yes.
earnings yet.
Yeah, mm-hmm.
What do we have on our farm here? I actually never looked around. We have a nice little forge, a beehive, a well. Ooh. I wish I had known that. Can I not drink from it? Well, that's unfortunate. Yeah, having the bucket does not help. Man. Well, it would have been nice if I could actually drink from that well. But some nice beehives. I don't know how much smithing we're really going to do. Probably none. It's nice to have. And I'm sure my farm hands were either absolutely shocked to see me in my necromancer's outfit here, or not shocked at all. Depending on how well they know this character and his interests. I'm actually going to take that staff back. Hang that up. Robbers Cove. Ah, that's the bandit camp. I don't remember seeing anything locked there. Cool. Looks good. I wish I had a, mannequin. Maybe I do. Although probably not. I think it would be up here. Yeah. That's fine. But anyway, as always, thanks for watching, guys. Next episode, like I said, we'll be heading to Markarth, hopefully getting some dealings done with Daedra. And sorry again about the Dark Souls series. I really wanted to get that episode out to y'all today, but it's just not in the cards, apparently. I'll see what I can do to find out the root of that problem and get it fixed. But until then, let's just say that series is on hiatus. So I'll catch y'all around. Have a good one.